Hello, everyone.
Hey everyone, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
Blue Beret Boy.
It is blue, yes.
And me, Banshee. Hey, welcome to the show.
He wore a blueberry
Two people
beret.
so far. Maybe it'll be a short night. We'll see how it goes. As I said, Thursdays lately have been kind of low again.
Oh, we've been saying that forever.
Well, but we have some that were real busy in between. It's really, really hard to predict.
Well, it is true, yes.
Here comes Libra to join the show.
Hi, Libra. Hi, Violet. Hi, Mary. Angel Mary.
Okay, so anything new, Mr. O?
New York.
New Jersey?
New wave.
New Goth Tarot?
Well, there is a new
Tarot?
format for my Goth Tarot, so yeah. So check that out. It was on Wednesday morning. Do I have my little promo for it? I don't have the new promo, but
What?
I started using some new decks in there, so check it out if you have a chance. It's on at 8 o'clock Wednesday mornings.
Sonny is here, so I brought him his pickle toys.
You're switching up some things too, aren't you?
What?
Didn't you make
mean
some changes?
Oracle decks on my my cards of the day, my Oracle cards of the day?
That is correct, Alex.
I have. So we've got Monday Morning Tea, which will feature 2 tea leaf decks that I have. And then Tuesdays are going to be Talk with Animal Tuesdays with several animal-oriented things that I have. And and Saturday is definitely changing as well. I'm bringing out the Sacred Travelers decks. It'll be Sacred Journeys or Sacred Travels Saturday with Denise Lynn's decks. There's 3 of them, and I might bring out a 4th one if it seems appropriate. She has a deck called the Gateway cards, but I'm going to see if I can fit that in with these or not. So lots going on. Plus, check it out tomorrow. Fine Music Oracle Friday. There's an additional deck I have added. There'll be a card from that deck on Friday.
Awesome.
So, all right.
So this Saturday also is the return of the happy hour, which had been gone for...
Wait a second. Didn't we do it last Saturday?
Well, it'll be a return still.
Okay.
Since last Saturday.
Oh, okay.
So there.
And it's at the same time, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
You know, I'm turning into my grandfather. I don't remember yesterday. But ask me about 20 years ago. He used to always say that.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, let's get on with things I have today. Oh, yes. Well, she has fantastic decks. I've loved her for many years. And these 3 decks, the Sacred Forest, the Sacred Traveler, and Sacred Destiny, so awesome.
Well, I'm seeing what you're suggesting there for this evening, and I was actually wondering if we wanted to do something like that, kind of in general, but maybe not really focused directly towards that, but maybe putting your reading towards the end on occasion, or when it might seem right. I don't know. We should probably talk about
it, but we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be very small group tonight anyway, so we should probably be able to get through it tonight. But for Sundays, maybe we do have to do some things differently. Thoughts have occurred to me.
But an example or an idea occurs to me is that, of course, sometimes things get really crowded and it gets hard for us to get through, and we go into a lot of overtime. And lately, I've been wondering if we said well, and so is the last reading. And it's you, and then we just say, yeah, you're coming up, your readings, and no one after you. I know.
Well, we'll figure it out. We can have a conversation for sure. All right, Urban Crow for the collective. I'm going to let Mr. O pick it out for us.
Great.
I was debating whether to do 2, Well, I'm not going to do it this time. Let's just grab one.
I like this deck too. I love the coloring work. Ooh, sounds more like a cat.
Uh-oh.
Curiosity.
Curiosity. Good or bad? Good. It may have killed a cat, but, you know, I think we should all be very, very curious all the time. Here we go. An open door is an open invitation for this brave crow. What treasures will you find if you are brave enough to explore? Curiosity asks that you open the doors, look inside, analyze the situation. This is a time to dig in and do your research. Yes, definitely. I have found several things that I want to research just today and last night about COVID. So I'm definitely going to be looking into a few things here myself. But curiosity is not a bad thing. Do your research. Talk to a librarian who can help you do research.
That sounds,
shameless self-promotion.
That sounds good, Violet. Give you time to think about that.
All right.
And hi, Celia, if I hadn't said hello. And
well,
everybody
Violet,
else.
we will put you at the end, and it's a very short list right now, so no worries.
So, therefore, any other announcements?
Well, our son's birthday, Mr. Monster, is coming up on Sunday, the 16th, and you know what that means to me, Mr. O? That means it's going to be close to a monthly modality message. So within a week, right, we'll be doing another monthly...
Well, it's probably around the 20th, 21st, I don't know.
Modality message.
Yes.
What kind of decks do you have?
Yes, thank you for changing the subject. And I have my Karma Music Tarot. And I have my English Magic Tarot. I'm just showing the backs for now. And then I have my Secrets Tarot. Tarot Secrets.
Well, thank you, Violet. It's also
Thank
my
you.
late brother's birthday, as it turns out.
Oh, and it's also my grandmother's birthday, my mom's mother. Oh, and it's also my father's grandfather's birthday. All four people from different parts of the family born on one day, January 16th. Isn't that weird?
Only us, Mr. O. Only us. All
Yes.
right. Well, let's move on to my decks here. I'm using, obviously, the Pleiadian ones again. And I found the Crow Tarot. I should have brought that one out. I just found it, though. So I'll have to bring that out maybe when I switch decks next time.
Is this Grimalkin?
This is the Grimalkin Tarot, and that is the four
Star.
of... Is that the star?
It's the star.
It's the star.
Yeah, it
I
is
always
really
like
wild.
that one. All right, and then we have the Fuaxa, or whatever it's called, Tarot. And oh, this is the beautiful Queen of Fire. You fire signs can like that.
Yeah,
Queen of
I mean,
Wands.
there's a lot of darkness in the card, but the detail, when you can see it, is really beautiful. I suppose the camera doesn't really do it justice.
And then I have the Guardians of the Night Tarot. Uh-oh. Is that the Tower?
It is the Tower.
Darn that Tower. And finally, the Wise Dog Tarot. And here is the Two of Swords in that deck. We'll be using the Lenormand tiles today. Probably going to switch up and use some decks up and coming in the Sunday.
Hi, Kara. Hi,
Yes.
Marcia.
Kara, Marcia, welcome, welcome. Let's get the show on the road. So, looks like Angel Mary's first, and then Libra, Sile, Kara, Marcia, and Violet.
I think I'll start with the Karma Music Tarot. Or let me see the question. Perfumery project.
Oh.
Is it a good project for me?
Throw
Yes, I
three
think I
cards,
will work
and
with
then
you.
maybe a yes, no if we need it.
Sure.
Let's roll.
Alright. So I will use the Karma Music Tarot. And it's an interesting tarot. It's probably a little over 40 years old, and it stood up pretty well, but there were a number of years where I didn't read it very often, but recent years I've been using it again. It's very much a modern tarot deck. The images have a lot of modern cultural resonance or archetypes or figures culturally, etc. All right. And of course it's extra long and wide, so it drives us crazy trying to shuffle it.
Yes, Mr. O, my arthritic hands.
All right, thank you.
Well, you never...
Mr. Maurice has joined us, I see. Thank you, Mr. Maurice.
M.
You're so sweet.
Oh,
Thank you
my
so
goodness,
much.
thank you so much.
Was there a question on there? It went by kind of quick and I didn't notice it.
Oh, I didn't notice. Uh-oh.
Sunny with chili pepper.
Well, they're pickled chili pepper. I call it a chili pepper, but I don't know. One is definitely a pickle.
Thank you, Mr. Maurice.
All right, let's see if the perfumery business has the smell of success.
Get a whiff of this. Ooh, bad puns. So our first card is the Grandmaster, which is more commonly known as the Hierophant. Major Arcana number 5. Then we have another Major Arcana, and it's number 13, Death. And then finally we have the 3 of Coins, and that one's upright. They're all upright.
Oh, Angel Mary, geez. On the surface, I'd say this is looking pretty good.
It is. It's looking really good. The 3 of Coins seem to suggest that there's probably some sort of process of learning or acclimating or joining the project, but it's well favored. This seems to represent a big change for you of some sort. It would be a transformative kind of thing. And yet at the same time, there's something traditional or conventional about it from some sense of either your culture or your personality or the overall context of the business. So it just seems like it's kind of like a good match for you. Like this would be work that people would see as being something, appropriate and also valuable for you to do.
Sonny.
What did he do?
It's okay. He's having fun. That's all that matters. All right. Well, Angel Mary, honestly, the Hierophant could be a couple of different things. I like what he said about learning there. There might be some things you have to digest or learn or maybe take some courses in.
That's that one.
No, I said the Hierophant. And then also...
Well, you're talking about learning. That's what I meant when I said that one.
Well, no, I'm not going to say that for that one.
But you said what he said.
Oh, you said it for that one. I thought you were talking about the Hierophant.
I talked about the Hierophant last.
The other thing about the Hierophant is that it could also indicate that... oh, man, I just lost my train of thought on
fault,
it.
Right?
No, yeah, it's your fault. It's your fault, Mr. O. No, the Hierophant upright might... Oh, I know what it was. You might have to ensure, that everything is in place for this business. Make sure, whatever you have to put in place financially or if you're getting accreditation or, you have to do some, I don't know what you want to call it, file some state paperwork for your business if it's an official business. Make sure all of that is done because that could be a sign of that as well. And Death reversed, upright, indicates to me that, this is going to radically change your life in some way. I really feel that.
That's the big kicker.
And that is, like he said, he won't argue that one. The 3 of Pentacles, to me, could indicate a couple of things. Number 1, you could possibly be teaming up with others on this project, and that would be very successful. Or number 2, I like to look at the 3 of Pentacles as a card of recognition. So I feel like you could get some recognition for your work. People will notice this. it will be noticed by people, and you may have customers who are repeat customers, that just like the product.
So it does seem like it would be a successful project for you to get involved in. We should throw the Lenormand in.
Absolutely. I like this, Angel Mary.
Try first.
I'm mixing them for you.
The Claw of Regret.
The Claws of Regret. No, that's when Sonny snags me. He will regret it.
All right. Oh, I definitely want to see what you have.
Uh-oh. So did we put a little rain in this parade?
It's hard to say. It really will depend on yours.
Oh. Well, this is a really interesting combination.
And the sun.
Because I think it indicates that some success, with this work, this effort that you're doing will come quick. I think you're going to find out pretty good that this is, or it's just that you're going to find out pretty good pretty soon, early on, if this is going to be a hit or a miss for you. But judging from the other cards, I think it's going to be a hit.
Well, the moon always adds that aspect of, something fortunate coming, maybe specifically with, material things. And yeah, so it just seems like this is probably, and maybe you didn't mention it, this is probably coming to you soon. Maybe this is a really quick opportunity that has presented itself to you, and you probably should take it.
Well, it could also indicate that to succeed, you need to act quickly. Take quick, decisive actions or steps that will lead to success. But I look at that combination there. The whip often is about sudden movements, actions. It can be good or bad depending on, it can be kind of bad, really, depending on the combination that you get. But with these two together here and the way they fell, I would go for this idea, Angel Mary. Good luck with that.
It's a whole picture that looks pretty successful, which is what you asked for. So I think it would be a good thing.
You gonna fall off of here and into my lap, Sonny? What up with that? That's what we have for you, Angel Mary. Good luck with that. Hey, Libra Cusp, you are up.
All right, here we go. It was a good reading, Angel Mary. Thank you. You're welcome.
You're very welcome, Angel Mary. That looked pretty good to me.
Hope it's a good opportunity for you. Did Libra already leave us a question, maybe?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Just hi, guys. Hi, everyone. Oh, hey, it's okay, Sile. Life happens. We'll wait a few seconds for Libra. Mandy! Hello!
Hi, Mandy.
Good to see you. Sunny is going to roll right off this table and into my lap or something.
He's so funny. So, Libra, we're still waiting for you. It's your turn.
We'll give Libra another moment.
Mm-hmm.
With last call.
For those who may not remember or haven't been here, Thursday night tends to be a pretty slow night for us. Once in a while it gets busy, but overall it's slower.
Well, maybe we'll have to squeeze Libra in if they come back. I think we have to move on with the shoe.
Yeah.
All right, so that brings us to
Sile.
Sile.
So we're going to move with Sile. And I want to mention again and thank Violet for being our moderator. Doing a great job. Thank you so much. It really helps us focus better for the readings.
I'm teasing Sunny.
Well, Maybe Celie fell asleep
Oh,
again.
no. Celie's here. I'm sure she's typing away. Come on. You silly boy.
So, what else is going on? Let's show another picture or something. Oh yeah, tomorrow watch my emotional exchanges at 7 a.m. I will be changing the decks I use on that very soon in February because, of course,
That's right.
Super Tarot Love Month.
And he's got a special deck.
I
Or
got
two.
a special deck. Yes. Okay.
All right, let's see what we've got.
I see your question. Is the Capricorn person a spiritual awake of some sort?
The
You have
crush
a
on him,
question.
will he approach me? Is
All right.
another. Okay, let's see what's up.
Your deck.
Mm-hmm. Now let's use this beautiful one. And as you can see...
So is that pronounced the bang or is it the bang?
Sunny is taking away all appreciable shuffle space.
How dare you, son man? Oh,
And
look at
you know,
that.
this thing is not working for me, so I'm going to have to try to do it without.
Well, let's give our viewers a little mini Sunny cam,
Oh,
if
Sunny.
I can.
You can see how much table space he's taking up, just sprawled out there.
It's like Hulkamania. It's out
Like
of
he
control.
owns it. He owns the set. Don't make
He
him-
kissed the camera.
Aww.
Thank you, Sonny.
Is it blurry now?
Yeah, it's probably going to have little cat hairs all over it.
Here you go, Mr. O.
I had a feeling that I was probably wrong with that too, Celie, so I was just being silly. I didn't mean to offend. Excuse me.
Sonny is adorable, but he's already digging his claws in and messing with the set. What are you doing there? What are you doing? Just a minute.
Whoops. At least it didn't fall on the floor.
So you basically want to know if you're compatible and about the spiritual. Okay, in particular. We can look into that. Okay, the Six of Air is reversed. That's the Six of Swords. The Ten of Fire is reversed. That's
Ten of Wands.
Oh my, and the Two of Water is reversed. Ooh, that's the Two of Cups.
Yeah, so all your cards are reversed. Well, the Two of Cups doesn't necessarily act like there's something pulling you guys together. It may be the opposite, or it may be just maybe they're not sure, the waters are just not quite mixing well for them at this point. The Ten of Wands maybe suggests that they've just come across some movement in their lives. They've sort of moved some things away from their lives or cleared things in their lives. So one could think that maybe one of them could be a relationship, but I'm not seeing that exactly with that. And then that Six of Swords, Six of Air, reversed. That's sort of contrary to the Ten of Wands in a way, because it sort of feels like there's still something they want to handle that they haven't finished yet, or something's keeping them from truly moving into another direction. Yet at the same time, what I'm saying is they seem to be wanting to relieve themselves of some burdens.
Well, you know, it's funny. I don't see anything super spiritual here, Celie, in this reading. Let me just start by saying that. But I see something as far as, you know, will you guys connect? And really seeing this, I'm just going to say at the present time, it seems as like there's no movement towards that. The Six of Air is kind of like standstill. The Two of Water is like a disconnect, like you're just not connecting, I feel here. Because you're not together as a couple at this point now, so, that card is often about, couples and partners and split ups or separations or arguments. I feel here in this case, in connection with your reading, it's just basically saying, in combination with that Six of Air, that you're just not clicking right now. You're not connecting. And it might be because of that Ten of Wands in the middle. I feel this person might be trying to unburden their lives in some way right now. They're busy trying to, did you say about letting something go?
Sure.
They're trying to just they're trying to make their life a little bit easier than it's been. They maybe have had a lot going on.
Well, the interesting thing is that could be saying that maybe they are trying to find a spiritual dimension by leaving some material or other things behind, but we don't really know that for sure. It's just maybe a possibility.
Well, I would agree with him there that maybe that is a possibility. I feel as though they are moving in their lives to simplify things a bit. Things have been complicated, burdensome, and stressful, so they're looking to de-stress right now. Let's throw the Lenormand on this and see what we get.
So are you indicating that you're aware they're trying to cut ties with somebody?
No, maybe that's a question of the past. Well, they might be.
It could be.
They could be. Or it could be work or some burdens, other family burdens, work burdens, something along those lines. Well, that's going to depend on what you pull, Mr. O. Oh, gosh. But okay, I pulled first.
So Banshee pulled the Heart Lenormand, and I pulled the Sith. And of course, the Sith, we like to think that that curving knife there is actually moving in a different direction, like a sickle or a crescent. It's actually pointing away from the heart, which would be a good thing.
Did this person break up with anybody? Possibly, I'm just saying. And if it's not a romantic relationship, it could very well be that maybe there's some personal issue going on, like with people, with that they're close to, friends or family, that's really cut them deeply. And maybe they're on the mend from something right now.
So maybe that's saying that, they're sorting out some of these emotional issues in their own life, a disconnect with people, but yet at the same time, this disconnect or this trauma that they're releases burdens, and maybe, of course, this is a pause while they have to kind of settle all this and align it with themselves. They can't really move forward because they're dealing with this here, but the intention sort of seems that they do want to move into a new direction. They're just not able to do it now. Maybe that new direction could include meeting other new people, to be involved with.
Well,
but we don't see that clearly.
Let me just say right now, if in the here and now of this reading, the prospects don't look that great. Especially with the Two of Water reversed. But I feel that this is the here and now. Maybe don't give up on this yet, but don't push anything right now forward, because it just seems like they might be going through a little bit of a difficult phase right now.
They're dealing things, and they're probably trying to spare themselves emotional pain or dealing with some emotional pain. So when the moment arrives to be supportive, you'll know it, because they probably will actually reach out to people at some point.
Let's do a quick yes/no for Sile.
Sure.
On the spiritual awake. We'll just ask that real quick, Sile, and then we got to move on, but we'll see what that says. So will it ever be spiritually awake? It's like I said, in that particular reading, I did not see a spiritual component there, really. right, this one. Mr. O. All right, let's see what we have here. Oh, it's leaning towards yes. So it is possible. Let's see, in time.
I think that middle card is probably, of course.
Yeah, so that was the first card drawn, which is the one ace that decides. That's the second one that was drawn was that ace. And then we had, in the middle, upright, the strength card. So, I feel like, yes, in time it's possible. But I feel like they have to reconcile maybe some things in their mind first. I think that they're really maybe need to build their self-confidence and self-assuredness, within themselves. They may have to deal with some outer matters before they go deeper, but I don't know. What do you think when you see that?
I think this isn't about an alignment, and I think it is bound to happen.
It is an alignment. Yeah.
It's an alignment of their heart to their principles.
Their head and heart.
Because that's what strength is about. Strength is about saying, it isn't really how I can force things to happen by brute strength and will. It's really about how I can use the power of the heart to really be the deciding factor in success in many things. And so I think that this is bound to happen for them, but it may be, he's making me a little itchy here, it may be that there's still time needed, which was what I think the other part of the reading referred to. It may be that they realize they are slowly moving towards this time where they have to really reconcile and realign these things, but they know that they're still dealing with some other fundamental stuff.
And I feel that it's like they have to move at their own pace here. They don't want to feel forced to do anything or pushed. Strength is about gentle approaches to things. So, it might be too that if they really do start exploring things on their own, it might be better. They might actually be more agreeable to it than if things keep getting pushed at them.
I do think that religiosity and spirituality are sometimes overlapped or substituted for each other. So, and it's coming from an American perspective too, that may be different too. But it is that idea that, to some degree, it's something external that you're hoping to bring into yourself, how you relate to maybe the difference. Religiosity sort of indicates maybe that you conform. Spirituality maybe says you open up to more experiences. That's very general, I know that.
Well, you know what? Strength is a good card in that position. It does say that there's a good likelihood that this person could come around to this. Maybe through gentle approaches.
It's lovely to see you, Divine. Thank you.
And that's the best I can say. Hey, Divine. Good to see you. All right, and that's what we have. So let's see what's up. Tara, right?
Yes. We are the Soul Tribe. I love that.
And Sunny is the heart and soul of the Soul Tribe.
Aww.
Except when he claws at me and not the pickle. Hey, what's that about?
Ooh, that's quite interesting. And you're welcome, Sile. You're so welcome. And best wishes, of course. Well, I'm going to use the Secrets Tarot then, because I guess we're trying to figure out if this is real or not, right?
Yeah.
So the Secrets Tarot.
The Secrets Tarot. Good choice, Mr. O.
Let's do this a 3-card, and then if it's still ambiguous, we can do a quick yes or no.
We are doing okay. Just trying to stay safe in this crazy, still COVID pandemic and hoping for the best. They say most people will get it now, but I still don't want to test that theory if I can. So I'm investigating some stuff that might help keep it away from me. But then on the other hand, I just read today that people who are of Polish descent, 14% of people with Polish descent carry a gene that makes them more susceptible to getting bad COVID symptoms. Yeah, it's just like, oh joy, that's great news. So,
Pierogi Ovid.
I just...
No, it's not pierogi Ovid. But if it was pierogies, I would love to eat some. And I'm not Polish, but I'm close enough. But I probably don't get any of that benefit of being Polish, other than I like Polish food.
Well, I'm pretty Polish through and through. I haven't had my genealogy done, but I can bet you.
Well, wouldn't it be great then, Kara, to maybe have a possibility at some extra immunity?
There's
Or
no
it's-
extra immunity.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the
Excuse me.
I'm sorry. I misinterpreted the story. Forgive me.
I spoke earlier on this story.
No pierogies for Mr. O.
So that was just the brand news. But then there's great news coming out of the cannabis environment. That there's actually 2 ingredients in there that keep COVID out of the body. But of course, it's not something you get from
Smoking it.
I don't even know about ingesting it. They may have tinctures.
It's a specific enzyme
Yes.
in the cannabinol thing or
And
something.
I started looking it up already to see if I can get drops or something, because seriously here, I will do what I have to do to protect myself other than take things that are really unauthorized. And actually what doctors have said about this is there's nothing in this, cannabis, whatever it is, that is unhealthy necessarily for you to take. So it's like, and also since it's coming out of hemp, it's actually perfectly legal.
Hi, Libra. I think we'll shuffle you in after this current reading.
Yeah, we'll
Does that
get
sound
you
good?
in, Libra.
We're
Sorry,
doing
we'll
Kara,
try to get you in.
And we're going to get back to Kara's reading now. You asked, of course, gee, it's been so long I forgot what you asked.
I'm sorry. No, it was about the
The
celebrities.
Okay,
Yes, if they'll get in contact.
Okay, well, you have the 8 of Swords. Whoops.
Uh-oh.
It's upright.
Move on.
And then you have the Sun reversed. And then you have the 8 of Pentacles. So I'm wondering if this is saying that there's a couple factors here that maybe you just have to understand, like it's a routine you have to learn or something you have to learn here. It is interesting that there are these 2 8s sort of opposing that reverse, or sort of framing the reverse Sun in the middle. Now, normally the Sun reversed isn't very diminished. I mean, it could be a little diminished, but it's not as diminished as other cards might be when it's reversed. But the 8 of Swords implies that maybe something is being held back or not able to do this. Maybe it's either something holding them back, maybe it's something holding you back. I'm not sure. Sometimes the Sun means you're finding out something. Are you finding out that they're not legit?
Well, she was talking about fake celebrities, but you're talking about the actual celebrity that you're interested in. And I look here at that 8 of Swords, Kara, and I think that something might be holding them back. And I feel it might be a lack of trust, who to trust out there. They just still maybe feel rattled from the imposter accounts maybe, or maybe it's just something they expect, but still, they're not sure who to trust out there, so they maybe hold back on, getting in contact with people right away.
Well, then that Eight of Pentacles sounds like maybe it's a learning process to them, learning who they can trust, or feeling like it takes a little while for them to move in that direction. There's sort of a sense of steps or movement that is being, slower, or a learning process implied.
Well, maybe, but what I was going to say was that I feel the Eight of Pentacles might be about, though, just don't give up. Just don't give up. Keep at it. Keep communicating. And, maybe something will happen to break those 8 swords there. But see, the thing about the 8 of swords is you're not going to be the one that will make that happen. They have to decide on their own to come out, of those 8 swords. They have to decide to take down the barriers, to take down the walls, and let you in, or others in.
So when I think about that, then I think that maybe the sun sort of says that they're just sort of in this semi-cloudy period right now where they're trying to be optimistic about things, but they're, once again, maybe some of these trust factors too. They're not sure who to trust, or they're not sure how they're relating to doing this. They're not really sure if they want to do it.
Well, the sun is about success, and in some ways you could look at the sun as being a really perfect card, because is that a card of Leo influence, right?
The sun, could be the Leo influence.
Well,
there,
I
right?
feel that way when I see the sun, and I think to myself that it's reversed here. So maybe that 8 of Swords indicates that they really protect themselves against some of the negative things that can happen because you are a star, you are popular, you are the sun.
Right, the sun is just another star.
And so they might just be laying a little bit low, but work on it. I say work on it. Let's do the Lenormand. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
So I don't know if this pertains to them or you.
Well, I think it pertains to the question, and I would just say that the child is about slow steps forward. So I think there might be some movement here. The fish is about money, resources, or flow, because the fish move. Things are moving. But the child is about slow movement. So you know what? Take baby steps, and you might be able, in other words, don't push or wish for too much in the beginning. Take things slow, hang in there, and there might be some progress moving forward.
It makes a lot of sense when you think that the 8 of Swords sometimes is felt to be, this is not really a cage around that person. They're sort of agreeing to let themselves be held back. And so maybe when you put those cards in context, it's saying they can move out of that cage, or that sense of not wanting to get out there so much. But, it's going to take some slow steps and just understanding, where their flow is. And also, too, I think a little bit where it pertains to their own material benefit. Because I think sometimes when you're a celebrity, you're always under pressure to not do things that might make you not be popular, which of course is the sun again too. Then the sun is about popularity, so it sort of fits when we're talking about a celebrity.
That's what we have for you, Kara. Good luck with that.
So thank you for that question. That was kind of interesting.
And we're doing Libra right now.
We're going to do Libra now.
And Marcia, Mr. Maurice, Mandy, Divine You, and Violet Lotus.
All right.
I have a feeling we're going to finish early today.
So we did a thing today. We dropped in on a fellow reader, Shar, who hails from up north in Canada. And we occasionally drop in on Shar or other people just to check out their readings. They do live readings like we do.
And Violet Ann does that too.
Violet Ann. So if you're ever looking for somebody different to give you a throw of the cards, you can look for Shar. I think she has another name too, smiling star or amazing star or something like that. But she's very, very nice and friendly.
Look at Sonny.
Excuse me. I feel it's really dusty and dry in here lately.
Yeah, she drew a couple cards for me. It was an interesting reading. I pretty much think I know what it was talking about. Absolutely. All right. Page of Cups upright, Libra.
Oh,
It's positive. Hey, finally, I know you've been getting some difficult cards lately. Here comes the Star upright.
Oof.
Aww. And finally, upright again, the Two of Pentacles.
Oh yeah, this is a much better reading than lately.
Things definitely seem to be balancing out a little bit here. It's interesting. You have the Two of Pentacles, and what is the first card again? The Page of Cups.
The Page of Cups.
So I feel here that maybe you're going to get some news or something that's going to... pages can be messengers, and I'm going to take it at that. I know there are other meanings about it, but... and I might actually come up with another way to look at this. But the page is saying there might be some good news coming to you that's giving you some hope that finally some balance is going to be reestablished in some area of your life. And it could be in an emotional area of your life, or it could be in the financial area of your life. That's the one thing I'm not sure about.
Well, you're really happy about this. The Page of Cups is bringing you happiness. It's a message. It is also that semi-mystical kind of slant that maybe adds to the Star, because the Star has that message of hope too. So maybe my intuition is telling me that maybe there's a person who resurfaces in your life, a friend or an associate who maybe is that kind of person that always has something extra going for you. And I'm wondering if they're just going to be able to revisit you with some words of stability and hope. If it's not a specific person like that, it is an experience, I think, coming to you that just sort of shows you the level of balance and fortune that you're moving towards, because I think this is really a sense of a destiny coming to you. It really is. And I think something's going on with the stars for a lot of people. I don't know exactly how it lines up with everybody, but a lot of things are happening between Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, and of course our infamous Mercury and Moon, which happens on a much more current basis. All it seems to be coinciding to more people making good decisions about things.
For themselves.
For themselves. Thank you.
I hope so. We haven't seen a lot of good decisions lately.
Or made our own.
Well, we're trying.
So the Lenormand says...
What do we got here? I'm going to stick with what I said, Libra. I think it really makes sense to me. Oh. Well, this is a general reading, so let's see what you got here.
The mice and the bouquet. Well, talk about two very contrary things.
Yeah, I would say that there's no gift in getting the mice there, and the bouquet is about gifts or joy. It might be joy. The way I look at it, though, and the way those fell, it could be indicating that some joy or happiness is going to come to you, because now it looks like some of the pressures or stress or troubles, little nagging things that you might have been experiencing, are maybe going away now, because what's indicated by the other cards there.
Well, another way for me to look at it too would be saying that when you have that Page of Cups and that Star, it is really talking about maybe, your mental view, your more inspirational view. And so the mice sort of, to me, is saying like maybe keeping this positive mind helps you put in perspective and balance what those little troubles may still be. And so, in a sense, that's the gift you take from this, is the fact that no matter where things are really going, you're gaining a perspective and insight. It's poetical, it's mystical, but it promises, a better destiny for you.
I feel I have to throw one caveat in here with that combination, because this was a general reading. So on some level, it may not even apply to those cards we pulled there. It might stand alone. And it might be saying to you, Libra, I'm just going to throw this out there, that you might be buying a gift for somebody who is sick. It's possible. So I'm just throwing that out there. So, maybe you don't know anybody right now, but since this is a general reading, I'll just say it's possible you might be buying a gift because somebody's under the weather and maybe needs a little cheering up.
And maybe that's somebody that you help spread a little inspiration to, too.
Well, like I said, they may not have to be connected to those cards, but that's what we have for you.
I'm going to do it.
Libra, good luck with that.
I'm going to do it, though.
You're going to do it. You do what you do, Mr. O.
And Marcia's up, and Marcia's given us a question.
All right.
So it looks like one we can do is a yes or no, and then maybe go back and look at other factors if you need to.
Sure.
All right. So I'm going to use my old magic tarot, my English magic tarot. English magic tarot. Whoops.
And he's dropping them
and
already.
Dropping them already. Hey, I've been dropping all night, and it's already close to the second hour. We thought we were going to be done.
So I have a surprise music deck I'm using tomorrow, and all I'm going to say is that I shuffled them up real good, and the card that I pulled out has a connection to Michigan. And I just had to laugh. I had to laugh because I'm like, of all the cards for my first one out of this deck, it's funny.
Here you go.
Thank you.
So as Banshee mentioned, in about a week from now, there'll be a modality message, and that's a deeper stab at astrology that Banshee and I take a look at, where we look at modality energies and we try to provide a course for your best aspirations in the coming month ahead. So I think we're going to count.
We are?
Yes.
It's leaning towards no, but it's leaning towards no. It's not a definite no, Marcia. No. You have one ace. That's the ace you've got. And speaking of opposites, we have the Knight of Coins reversed here. And the Page of Coins upright.
Oh, that's quite interesting.
It is. Because, I mean, maybe it means that some news will be coming that may bring you some money, but I'm not sure it's coming from the job or not. I mean, are you trying, you obviously want to go work where you have worked, but are you putting feelers out there for another job? Because on the one hand, with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, I'm seeing something maybe going or leaving or ending. And with the Page of Pentacles upright, I'm seeing something new.
Well, I do feel there's sort of a contrary message there. And I do feel that the Knight of Coins in that position of reversed may be indicating that you are thinking, or you will be thinking, that you might have to really change the kind of job you have or career you have. or that you feel that it's moving away from you or that you're moving away from it. Over here, though, is a good sign because the Page of Coins does say that you're finding a way to focus or visualize what you really want to do to be successful. Some of this may involve you learning new skills, so maybe you may find that there are things that could be interesting to you to learn how to do them in terms of doing a job. But none of these things are totally clear. It could be that maybe this movement away from the job you're hoping to get called back to would involve having to take on a new set of skills or responsibilities of some
Well,
sort.
yeah, I'm wondering if it could mean one of two things, too. Well, I like bringing in the learning aspect. Maybe you have to learn some new skills because they're going to put you in a different position. Is that possible? You know, or on the other hand, it just might say, like we're saying here, you may decide that you have to abandon ship and look for something new, which is what the Page of Coins is about. But the Page of Coins indicates there should be good news. There should be something good happening. So maybe also you might find out around March 1st you're not going back, but is it possible that they could call you back later? I mean, that's the only other caveat I could see here.
Right, and like we said before, it doesn't seem like it's a definite no, but it's leaning that way. So the thing is that at this point in time, it's leaning that way, but maybe in several weeks or longer, it might be different one way or the other.
Well, we have the opposite problem here. We've got in the States so many jobs available for people right now. The employers are desperate for people, but I don't know about the casino industry here. That may be a completely another matter. But let's throw some Lenormand and see what that can add to this. I'm curious now. Maybe your toss first, Mr. O. Oh, popped into my hand. Oh.
Maybe we'd like to be able to say, don't get really worried, because you have the stork and you have the stars. And it seems to me like maybe there is a new opportunity of some sort. Something new does seem to be on the horizon or is possible. The star itself makes you feel it's significant.
Well, I definitely can't tell you what I don't see here. I mean, if I don't see it, I can't say it. So I'm not really sure this is indicating you're going back there. But what it does say is there is hope. There is options because the star is, just there's something out there for you. And whether it's coming back to this place maybe in a different position or moving on, that stork is about moving, it would be about changing residence. It's about new beginnings, and that sounds like something new. So it does sound like a new start instead of a do-over, but I don't know. That's the way the cards are leaning right now. You might want to check with us as it's getting closer to March and nothing has happened, and we'll check this for you again. But it looks like you're heading towards something new.
Some of us could be thinking out of the box too, in that when we say new opportunities, new direction or movement, we might be thinking in the box way, well, something's going to happen and you'll like what that is. But it could be something else. It could be something within your same organization. So we're not going to rule that out either necessarily. Basically,
by seniority, I see. Oh.
Yeah, but basically, though, you have some good things with the star there and the stork.
Yeah, it might, the new beginning could be a fresh start there, but it sure looks like it's going elsewhere because of that darn Knight of Pentacles reversed. But like I said, this is just a snapshot in time right now, so check again maybe at the beginning of February if nothing has happened to see if if conditions, improve or we get a different picture. That's what I would say.
Yeah, and you never know. Maybe, things will just one way or the other work out to your favor with you going back or not.
Well, however this pans out for you, I think there are going to be options or some success for you with these Lenormand we drew. So good luck and hang in there, Marcia. Wishing you the best either way. All right, so we're on Mr. Maurice, and he wanted a general reading.
Alrighty.
That would be in your deck or mine?
I just used my deck.
Yes, that's what I thought. Okay.
And I was just attending to some things on the computer.
All right, we got you, Mr. Maurice. Hi, Lena.
Hi, Lena. And we saw you today over at Shaw's.
Yeah.
So that was cute.
Shuffle away, Mr. O. Mr. O.
I know, I'm just trying to catch up with messages.
Oh, wow.
Hi, Isabi.
Hey, Isabi. Good evening to you. All right. Oh, it came up in this reading. Okay. All right, here we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is reversed. But then we have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is upright. And we have the Five of Wands reversed. Well, this is interesting. It's a Page of Cups again. So the Page of Cups has come up again, which is usually good emotional news. Maybe people are starting to, I don't know if this is in a work situation or in like your personal realm, Mr. Maurice, but I kind of feel as though maybe some people have decided to put their egos aside and
mend some fences.
Yeah, thank you.
Or find ways to cooperate on mutual goals.
Mutual goals and things.
There's an air of sensuality, so I'm wondering if maybe this was somebody that maybe you were attracted to or there was a romantic connection, but not necessarily. Maybe you just had a really pleasant feeling from your interactions with the person, but as Banshee's indicating, maybe there was something that just sort of created a little bit of tension with the ego department.
Well, Mr. O, I wanted to give you some leeway here because I think, the Hanged Man reversed is an interesting card. Yeah. I can read it different ways depending on the cards around it. And for some reason this time, sometimes when the Hanged Man comes off of that tree, when the card is reversed, I feel that now is his time to share with others in a constructive fashion. But sometimes it could also mean that people just aren't thinking of others and their ego gets in the way of relationships. I feel with the Page of Cups here and that Five of Wands reversed that we're seeing a better element of the Hanged Man here. And I feel that ego's being cast aside now for the good of of teamwork in some way, or working together, or even if it's in a relationship, as Mr. O suggested, that, we decide we're going to try to figure out how to work things out, how to make things work better for us.
Well, it may not be that it's somebody who is returning because they left previously, but maybe they're just sort of in the background of your life, and I just sort of feel like this involvement, with ego getting in the way and or finding ways to cooperate is going to become a little bit more important in the near future.
I think it looks pretty positive. I don't know
Yeah.
much more I can add to this one.
I don't know that it applies exactly to career or other things, unless, of course, some people mix over there. I mean, I guess it could a little bit.
The Page of Cups can be about dreams and ambition, desires. And so in that regard, it could indicate that maybe now, you're getting more cooperative spirit with the people around you, whether it's at work or whether it's in the home environment, for you to just go forward and pursue some of these things now that are important to you.
So it could apply to a number of areas of your life. And once again, I just wonder if it's just some of the various alignments in astrology are just sort of moving to fortuitous stages, especially with Jupiter. If Jupiter's in people's charts, it just seems like it's doing some good stuff. It could affect you financially as well as just in the common good.
Oh.
Okay, the clover and the whip. And of course the whip often just adds an element of speed, like do it now, hurry up and wait, do it now.
Abruptness, it can, like I said, it does have its negative elements to it, but it depends. When it's around a tile like the clover, which is really one of the luckiest, best cards one of the good cards in the Lenormand.
Yeah.
I would say what it's saying is that I'm not telling you to play like the Lotto or the Mega Millions or something, but there's some fast luck coming your way. It could also be that maybe the time, it could say the time is fast approaching for you to move forward with whatever we spoke on here. The fact that teamwork is becoming more important, that maybe now is a time to pursue your goals and dreams because the environment is right for it. People are more agreeable now, and egos are cast aside.
I just had a really weird flash, Mr. M.
Uh-oh.
I just thought join a lottery club right now, and like maybe, everybody will go out and buy some lottery and you'll be really lucky.
Well, people wanted to get me in a lottery club because of my luck. And I joined them, but they did not. They were not lucky. I was lucky around them on my own.
You're only lucky for yourself. You're not lucky with other people, it seems.
It's just something, I don't know, and I'm not going to knock it because it's been good to me. But anyway, that's what we have for you. So this is a real important, the clover is saying there is luck here. There is timing here. There is a swiftness about the way the situation might be moving forward. And it's all good.
Right, and it may just be, too, that some of this is moving you somewhere in your circles, either at work or otherwise, to, empower yourself to work on projects together mostly and maybe smooth out any differences that might have been there.
Yes, Divine You, I am definitely feeling the retrograde. A lot of our cards of the day this week have been kind of building to this retrograde, too. That we've been putting on Facebook and Twitter. So
You're welcome.
Yeah. I'm just feeling blue because of this darn pandemic and everything. It's still just where we need to be.
Did I mention it?
What?
Did I mention about my coworker?
Oh, no.
I don't remember if I did on the show,
No.
Last week, it was kind of late in the week, I found out that one of my coworkers, her husband passed away from COVID. He had actually had it for about 4 weeks. He was hospitalized for 4 weeks, and he was on a ventilator, and it was kind of sad. I didn't know him. I never met him, but I know my coworker, of course. So.
So it keeps getting closer to home. All right, Mandy.
Mandy.
Anxiety. All right. Is it your deck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, things are really heating up here. I heard that the hospital that's like just a stone's throw away, maybe the one I would have to go to in case I had a medical emergency with my blood cancer, they're getting more help from the federal government. They have one team that just came in, and after 31 days, this team is going to leave and another one is coming in. So they literally have such an issue at this hospital right now that they're expecting for the next 2 months they need help. So it's kind of alarming to me. It's a very worrisome situation.
Thanks, everyone. Like I said, I didn't know this fellow, and I don't know the full situation. He is the husband of my coworker, and they were married for 38 years. They were high school sweethearts.
Yeah, it's just
I didn't
sad.
know a lot
Just
about
sad.
their lives, of course. I've only known her about a year and a half. She was out earlier with the COVID infection herself, but she made a good recovery. He did not. He's in his mid-50s, and he had diabetes.
Yeah, complicating factors. What do they call them? Cofactors.
Comorbidities.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. The Two of Swords.
Oh my gosh, Mandy. Here we go.
The Two of Coins.
Reversed.
Reversed. How interesting.
Indeed. What
The
a way.
Moon reversed.
What a way. Thank goodness for that.
Yeah, it's like a
bit here.
runaway, I think.
I think that is a pivotal card in between these two twos. And it's interesting because the Two of Swords is like at a stalemate, Right now, you just don't know what you're supposed to do about it. I feel you feel stuck, and that's what sometimes the Two of Swords can mean that, but I also feel that it's just a lot of it, you're weighing, what do I need to do? What can I do? What options are there for me? And you're thinking about it right now. Do you want to go into that one first and let's take it?
Yeah, in a lot of the Two of Swords, the person indicated is blindfolded, but even not here, this is sort of a sense really that there's a thinking behind the eyes going on, that somebody is deep in thought about what solutions or goals or things they might be able to do to help with your problem.
So then let's go to the Two of Coins. The Two of Coins right there is this part of the problem. Do you need to uncomplicate your life in some way right now? The Two of Coins is indicating a lack of balance here. Either you have too many things going on, and you need to try to get things more in balance. Let go of some things. What is it called? Multitasking is not a plus. So, look at how you're managing your life right now as far as, are you doing too much? Are you feeling overburdened in some area of your life? Is it out of balance?
Right. It could be, too, that the solution is beyond balance, is still something you still have to find out. Maybe we're going to be able to help you with that, but I sort of feel like it's still within you more. I think that when I think of the Two of Swords, the answer is within them somehow.
Two of Coins, go on.
Well, I went back to that
know,
one.
go on.
But, well, Two of Coins, I can't disagree with what you said. I feel that a large part of this is really having a life that's manageable on the physical level. The Two of Coins is about the physical things. Two of Swords is about the communication things, how you're informing yourself or how you are being informed. The moon...
The good news is that I feel the moon indicates, I feel like that confusion is going to clear up for you. You're going to get more clarity about what it is you need to do. Things will finally be revealed to you or become clearer.
Yes, I like that too. And of course, I'm looking right now at that big fat 18, which is number 9, 1 and 8, 9. And I'm thinking too that because we know that, of course, some things are changing in your life, and the moon is about cycles of change, and therefore ending, number 9, I think this is really about sort of finally piercing all of those mysteries. But you need distance and perspective to do that, and that's where both of those twos come in. Maybe you have to really kind of remove yourself beyond what we know you're doing, but remove yourself in the more immediate sense. Meditation. I know you do those things actually, so I'm not really telling you anything you don't know.
Keep exploring your options, but also do an inventory of all the pressures, the things that have been building, the things that you've been trying to do, and look at where you can find more balance.
That's an interesting thing too, because a lot of times people talk about making a pro list and a con list and then just really comparing them, and does one have a lot more than the other, or are they almost equal, and we have all this duality expressed by the twos, and the moon itself is a card of duality because it has two sides. So I think what this is saying is that sometimes the answer to your question is really going to employ both sides of your brain. It's not going to be like just a left-sided option or a right-sided option. Oh, I got something that I like.
I can't. Nothing wants to. Hey, hang on. There's a reason, I'm sure.
Are you making them?
See how that one popped in there?
No. Well, we had the moon and now we have the sun. I pulled the sun for you, Mandy, and Banshee pulled the stork.
So something new. Maybe something you haven't thought of, maybe some new therapy, some new approach to your anxieties. Something new will bring you success. A new beginning maybe that will happen for you will bring success. There's something about this, something new. Maybe not what you're doing now.
A lot of times people think meditation is this really lofty practice, but you could just sit with yourself for a few minutes every day and just let your mind drift. And eventually, of course, your mind doesn't do that so much. So don't worry about that. You'll get back into it. But I think this is really interesting because the sun and the stork, and I'm wondering really, the stork is really about what's coming up for you later on this year, this new opportunity.
It could be.
I think it is, though. I just feel that.
I won't rule that out.
I'm not saying that it's going to take 6 months or whatever, for this bright sun to come in, but I think
No, I won't rule that out, but I think it's something else. I feel that you're either going to make some changes in your life, do things differently. Maybe this has been your wake-up call. You finally realize, I don't want to live with this anxiety anymore, so I want to do something about it. So it looks like you are going to make some moves that are going to bring you, the success and maybe the relief that you need. The sun will shine again.
I like the sun being there, and I just want to remember, too, that the moon really does talk about our subconscious and about deeper psychological aspects. And sometimes we don't always realize we need to let the sun shine in there. So do, consider, whatever you need to in terms of finding those answers.
Well, the stork is also about birth and babies, and we're talking about the newness things. So I think that basically, you are going to, the sun is returning. You will birth success and joy back into your life. You will birth the light again. The light will come back. That's all I can say. Because when we're anxious, it's like it's an overcast, cloudy sky. What would have really worried me, Mandy, if I had gotten the clouds here, I would have been, oh no. That's the thing you don't want to see. But when you see the sun, I think the light's going to return for you. Good luck with that.
So that's what we had, Mandy.
Divine you. Oh gosh, It's really weird. My TMJ is really relaxed a bit, although I will get some stress biting episodes, but the jaw pain and stuff has really dissipated. I can't explain it, but a lot of my muscular pains have gone away since I've started treating my cancer. And maybe even a little bit before that. It's just weird. So I can't explain it. Although I do now have arthritis in my hands, and that seems to be my biggest problem.
Thank you. You're welcome.
But yeah, TMJ is a bad thing too. Current situation in regards to work. Oh, about my current situation in regards to work related. Okay.
It's your deck.
Yeah.
I don't know how we managed before without you, Violet. You make everything so smooth for us now.
Yeah, we are just rolling along here. Just 3 readings after Divine
I
Year.
think I realized that from the beginning, so I don't know how we can keep you here, but we have to.
Well, we will give you some readings on the side there. Don't worry. We've been talking. Sorry, I forgot to get back to you. I have to do that. Well, I can't explain it, and I can't help but wonder if they were just signs of this thing that was happening to me. So it's just a great mystery. But I sure wish I could do something about my hand. I may have to go see another doctor about that. My doctor is not very responsive, and this is not getting any better. It's worse. I just want to make sure I don't have a fracture I don't know about in here. Sometimes things can tear slightly. I had a small fracture in my foot they found once, so I'll have to look into that. But I'm kind of hoping for COVID to ease first. I've got a mammogram next week, and really, I'm just not looking forward to spending time in even in a doctor's office right now with everything going on. But I got to do it.
I'm going to my dentist's office tomorrow.
Yeah. Life goes on. All right. Wow, there's some very interesting stuff here, Divine You. First off, we have the 3 of Pentacles reversed. We'll get that out of the way right now. But then we have the Chariot upright. And we have the Queen of Swords upright, which are all really positive cards. Well, for the most part, I shouldn't say that, because that one card there is reversed, the 3 of Pentacles. So what does that mean? I could look at this a couple of ways. Do you feel like in your present position right now you're not being acknowledged or recognized for what, the good work that you are doing? Do you feel as though, people are just kind of not giving you what you feel you deserve in this situation? There's another aspect to this card too, and it could be about just, do you feel that other people aren't playing fair? I think you mostly work on your own, am I right? But if you're working in a team, do you feel that maybe you're carrying more of the load than others are? There could be that aspect to that card too. Go ahead.
Is that from the Queen of Swords?
No, I'm getting that from the 3 of Pentacles.
Ah, okay, all of that.
Yep.
Well, I think the 3 of Pentacles or coins does talk to the idea that you're not comfortable as you were before, or that you're feeling maybe somebody didn't notice you, like Banshee said, or that maybe certain opportunities have passed you by, possibly.
Right, opportunities to shine or grow more in your job. It's really interesting here, though, when I'm looking at those next cards, because I do feel in a way they fit together.
Yeah.
Don't you? I'm going to let you, do you want to go ahead? I've been blah-blahing.
Well,
Or
I
you want
think
me
these
to?
cards just really exemplify the fact that you have a lot of drive and a lot of strong character or decision leadership ability. And so these are what you feel are not being seen. These are part of the qualities that maybe you're not feeling are as acknowledged as you would want to be.
This is a tough one for me because, gosh, these two cards could be read a couple of different ways. But yet, I do feel they fit together. I feel like you are on the move in some way, or that you're thinking about making a move of some sort. The Chariot is about moving forward, propelling yourself forward. But you're concerned about decisions that are being made right now. Or you have a decision that you have to make. Whether you're going to go forward with something, maybe with this company that you're working at, or if you need to look beyond them to something else.
But it sort of looks like you really want to stay there and really pull forward. That's the Chariot energy. You ultimately hope to be in an even higher position there someday, moving up the ranks.
Yeah, this is a tough one because I am not sure. The Queen of Swords is a very serious card, but it's not a bad card. It just means somebody who's in a position of leadership or authority to make decisions. So you might be worried about certain moves or decisions that are being made. But I actually think, considering they're both positively aspected, that it's not a bad thing.
No, I don't either. I mean, to me, I thought this was more likely you feeling this is why this is what they're not acknowledging in you. But it could also be saying too, like what Banshee's saying, that you're not sure if these decisions will include you or will be to your advantage at all.
I wonder if the Lenormand will clarify this, because I'm not sure where this is headed, other than the fact that it looks as though some decisions may affect, hopefully for the better, your forward progress. This might just in fact mean that some decisions might be made in your favor so that you can move forward. I'm kind of leaning that way, but I'm not totally sure. I want to see what the Lenormand.
I like what you said there.
Well, and you know what, Divine, you don't beat yourself up too much. Everything has been so draining lately. Whether it's planetary, like you suggested, or other things that are going on. I know you're out in California, but I, of course, am always kind of getting a little seasonal issue at this time of year. So, I don't know. It could just be a thing right now that will pass. Uh-oh. I had to pull this guy, though. Uh-oh. Well, there is a caveat here.
Snake. Dog. Do you want me to try?
Oh, try? There is no try, only do.
Well, is this possibly talking about somebody that maybe you think is not trustful but really is? I'm sort of looking at it from the opposite end.
Well, that magnifies on that. So what I would say is trustworthiness is questioned a little bit here. But who? Are you not trusting somebody in the workplace right now? Do you have your doubts about somebody's motivations? Could this be, like I said, some decision makers and the decisions that they're making? You just have this feeling that there's something that you're not, that there may be something sneaky going on here.
And I feel that it relates back to the Three of Pentacles and the idea maybe that you're questioning or you're possibly wondering if others have a plan for you or a plan that includes you, or they just not seeing what you're capable of and you're not in a position where you can really indicate this.
Now, the last time I think we were reading for you on some of this, you were talking about some internal changes, a VP of something leaving or something like that may have, am I right? Am I thinking of the right?
Yeah, I think so.
And that you were worried you weren't going to be able to move in the position you wanted. So I wonder if this is somehow relating to this. And so you're kind of concerned about this, but I'm looking at those other cards and I'm thinking that things, whatever the situation is you're worried about at work, that things may work themselves out.
So that maybe that person, maybe that's the person who's the snake. I don't feel it's anybody in particular. I mean, I feel it's just there.
It could be, or it could be, it could be questioning, you're questioning now your loyalty to the company because of these fears that you have. It could be that.
Interesting, yeah.
So it's leaving you a little bit of hanging here, Divine You, but I would say it's picking up your anxieties. It's picking up the fact that you're worried about some of the decisions that are being made here and how it's going to affect your status in some way. Because the Three of Pentacles can also be about, your feeling of status in the company. So I gotta leave it at that for now, but, maybe if you come back on Sunday, we can look into this a little bit more. That's what we have today for you.
Good luck. Thanks for coming.
Hey, Lena, you are up. The cards there, Divine You, were just a little bit inconclusive in where things are headed. So let's check the energies out. Geez. And now, and maybe it's just because Mercury is going retrograde that some of this is kind of wonky and mysterious.
Right now. I mean, it happens tomorrow, and so that means that communication itself may be hard to bank on. That, things people tell you, you may want to really think about whether you do trust those or not.
Well, we can maybe delve into this further, like I said in another reading. I think that these cards were kind of on the money with some decision is involved here. Let's just see how this goes a little further. You are so welcome, Divine You. All right, Lena. Oh, you
General.
posted? There it is, General. Gotcha, Lena.
Okay, so I'm going to use the Secrets Tarot. Aww.
It's so adorable. Hey, where's your toy? Are you laying on your pickle? Are you laying on your pickle in your... You want to hold hands? Well, I gotta shuffle. Hold Mr. O's hands. Uh-oh.
Oops.
What did I see here? Oh, no.
It's you.
I saw nothing. They're so vibrant. I keep thinking they're the fronts of the cards, but they're not.
Yeah.
Really is beautiful.
Yeah, I like that deck. I like the colors. I was always drawn to the colors there because they're vibrant, but in a kind of darker way.
Oh. Whoops. Here you go.
A general reading for Lena.
Mine is 2, but I always have a messed up sleep pattern at this time of year.
Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. We have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. We had that recently, didn't we?
Oh, reversed.
And then we had the High Priestess reversed.
And of course, the next card was upright. Darn cards.
Well, that's
All right. Well, clearly, I feel right now money is tight a little bit for you. You may still be, it looks as though you're still between jobs or unable to find possibly work right now, that things are slow at any rate, maybe with money and financial matters. And the High Priestess is reversed here. Do you want to go ahead? I'm going to think about that one a minute.
Sure.
Go ahead. I have an idea. Go ahead.
I'm getting a sense that there's a little bit of interplay or indecision or going back and forth between some things that are really important to you physically, things you want money for, you want to have in your life for physical reasons, and then the things that you feel you need to do for the more spiritual reasons or for something that's more educational, more abstract. And so once again, it could be about resources to help get you there, like if there's money involved in this or some other sort of fair exchange. I'm wondering if it relates to the idea that you were hoping or you're wanting to do something to advance knowledge or to learn more, but it's probably not going to happen exactly the way you thought. That maybe it's not going to be helpful to you. You're going to feel that it didn't do what you wanted it to do. I know that's vague. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm kind of feeling here, Lena, that with what I said earlier, that things are very slow on the economic front right now. And with the High Priestess reversed, it's indicating to me that you really have to take some practical steps to resolve the situation somehow. In other words, you know, this is a time to maybe put something into action in the physical world. It's time to head out of the clouds, wait for signs or things to happen, or your gut to kick in on what to do next. Now is a time to maybe be more like a card that's not here, but like the Queen of Swords, who takes an analytic approach to things. So in other words, this is a time to really analyze the situation logically, using the logical side of your brain to figure out what to do to resolve the situation.
Another thing I think about the High Priestess reversed is it might be indicating you're not trusting part of yourself to think it through or to be able to solve that. And so that sort of bothers you. There's an anxiety about that.
I could see that.
That you don't feel you can see what you need to or do what you need to resolve it. So some of that is the way you trust yourself. And I sort of feel that could be also with the Queen of Pentacles too, that sort of adds to that. The letter.
Oh.
And the clover.
The clover's back. Woohoo!
The letter and the clover.
So I almost kind of feel I hope this is good news,
It puts
Lena.
a spin on the other cards in a way.
Well, no, it might talk about an outcome here in a way. I feel that some fortunate news or letter, some document or something that comes to you will prove very, very lucky, and maybe it will help you turn the situation around. I know you're waiting for something to come through for you from your mother, for example. I don't want to give you any false hope here, but maybe it's possible that or some other news that you receive will put you in a more better situation than you are now.
Yeah, it looks like a letter maybe is going to provide more insight for you, because I feel when I put it together with that, it is really talking about things that are delaying progress.
Really? Wow, I didn't see that.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's great.
Wow, well, there it is. I think that is what is going to turn the situation around for you and give you a helping hand. Wow. Interesting.
I get the feeling, though, that some of this is that to some degree you have to be prudent with what's going on, that maybe there will be things that will be trying to pull you in different directions on what you should do with your investments there.
Yeah, so good luck with that. I really think, wow, that just says, it will change your luck a little bit. It certainly will seem like
I'm
it's
very
come
happy.
at the right time for you, because the clover is also about timing. So, wow, awesome, Lena. Well, good luck with that.
Good luck.
We're going to move on to Isabel, who's already posted a question, I think.
Yep.
Okay. Wow, Lena. Well, those Lenormand, I think, picked it up for sure. So you can expect it's real. You can expect it coming. Let's just hope. With the COVID situation, there's no delay in transit or processing, but that's really awesome. Right, so it's my
You're
deck.
welcome.
Let's see.
You're welcome.
Let me get this pretty one out again. Welcome, Lena. Yeah, see, the letter is about either a communication you receive, it could be about documents that you have to deal with, it's things in writing, so to speak. So, yeah. All right. Oh. You dropped a card?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I see it. Just one?
I think so.
Are you cutting? All right. All right. Oh. Okay. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one, I'm going to say, Isabel. We have the Elder of Air reversed, which is the King of Swords. We have the Devil upright. And we have the Nine of Cups upright. Okay, so what is your blessings for you from your elders? I don't know, I'm of or your ancestors. I'm of two minds here on that King of Swords. I don't know that that's an ancestor per se. I could be. I wonder if it's an ancestor who maybe has never made really great decisions in their life, and they're now wanting to assist you to make sure that you don't make the same mistakes. What is the middle card again? I'm sorry.
The Devil.
The Devil. And I feel that they want to ensure that you don't make the same mistake of, oh gosh, I really have to think about it.
Well, it's kind of like, some things in life, we make choices and they're really not our best choice, but they feel really good. There's a pleasure aspect involved. It's the worldliness of the devil, the world and the devil kind of thing. And, to some degree, some of that could be saying, well, but isn't that the Nine of Cups too? But really, there is a little difference. And the difference is maybe how much of it really is the pure expression of the heart, the Nine of Cups, the wish, and how much of it is maybe more just feeling like you're supposed to do that. It's tradition. You're clinging to that because you feel it represents a tradition. It's the anti-hierophant.
Well, I feel that this ancestor maybe has been a part of your life, steering you to ensure that you don't become too obsessed with, that devil's bothering me. It's just bothering me in that position. And I can't explain why. I feel as though it's saying that, sometimes we block our own progress. We can be our own worst enemy when it comes to feeling we can't achieve satisfaction in life. And that person may have had issues with that in the past, that they blocked themselves from success because they felt they weren't worthy, perhaps. I'm kind of picking that up a little bit here. And they've been trying to make you feel that, all along that you are worthy of the good things in life. You are worthy of the good surroundings you've had, your family, and so on. I feel that you are worthy of moving towards your dreams and desires, and that you shouldn't sell yourself short and get caught up in things that could block you from moving forward. Whether it's a self-doubt in yourself, whether it's other obsessions that pull you away from achieving what you really want.
Sometimes people say that the devil is Capricorn influenced, and so it's the idea that maybe we become a slave to business concerns, to material concerns, which of course is implicit in the devil itself too. Maybe this ancestor is saying, if you have to choose, don't make a wrong choice. This is sort of that judgment card in a way. It's a mirror of the justice card. And maybe it's saying really clearly look at your options for what you want to achieve as material success, as far as what you want to achieve in just a more generalized emotional realm of success. You can be really emotionally perfectly happy without material success.
Well, that's a really valid point he made there, Mr. O. I feel that, yes, the devil is obsessed with the material and real physicality. And the 9 can be about physical pleasures as well, but I also feel that the 9 is about something that really fulfills you. So I feel that this ancestor has been providing you with the guidance to see the difference between the two, that sensual pleasures and that, they're all good while they last, but, what really lasts is what really fulfills your heart. What really fulfills your heart. Right.
This wasn't an easy reading.
No. Actually, it was not for me. I don't know why. It's just the way they came up. And the anchor and the dog. Do you know what? It's one ancestor in particular, I feel, in your lineage here. In your lineage here that feels very loyal to you. They are with you. That anchor says they stay with you. I don't know if you have any idea who this might be, but this person is forever loyal, and also with the anchor there, they're by your side.
Well, we think that in this deck, the elders are sort of the king, but they're not necessarily male, right?
Well,
isn't it the idea of it being an elder, that it's not
I
really
believe that could be true. I believe that could be true.
So I don't want to limit it to that, but I think that is the clue, that this is maybe somebody who maybe they looked at their life and they felt that they wanted to be more directive to you, but they couldn't for some reason. But maybe they're connected, but it's a chasm of years, so maybe it's a grandparent, it's somebody you didn't know as well because you were so much younger than them.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Isabel. I'm really glad I took this in the direction I did, because when that elder came up reversed, I thought, oh, this is a person who means you harm, along with the devil there. But now, and I did not go that way. I went in a different direction. And now that I see the anchor and the dog here, I feel like that was validated, that intuitive flash I had, because it's saying that this person is really loyal to you and will stick by you and is a friendly ancestor. They mean you no harm. They're giving you blessings. So I love it. I just do. I think it's perfect.
You like it?
I hope that made sense to you. Sorry I stumbled there a little bit with that one. My intuition was trying to pull it together. I knew what I wanted to say. And I think the anchor and the dog also helped there. Violet Lotus, you are up. Do you have a question?
So do you want to pick whose deck we use? I have the Secrets Tarot, the English Magic Tarot, the Karma Music Tarot. Banshee has the for Hacksaw.
And I have the Wise Dog, the Guardian of the Night, or the Grimalkin.
Okay.
All right. How do you want to do that?
We'll do a general reading.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so, I don't know, you're talking about karmic things, so I'm going to use the Karma Music Tarot. See what it gives us. Yes.
I'm good with that.
I know.
Don't look at me. Except you're making me shuffle those big cards again.
Boo-hoo.
Always looking out for me, Mr. O.
With every eye. Including the one in the back of my
no.
head that sees you when you're not noticing.
All right.
Well, that's an interesting question. I don't know if we can get to all of that, but let's see what it tells us.
Well, I think it's pretty clear. Did they help, and in what way? It should come up in a 3-card maybe.
Mm-hmm.
If not, we can clarify with a yes or no.
No, I agree. I guess I'm just sort of already putting some idea into it maybe. So.
Oh, okay. All right, Mr. O. The Sun Man has disappeared, so I've got table space.
Woohoo.
All right. Wow. Your first card is the 6 of Wands upright.
I love this card because that's Jimi Hendrix. I'm sure of it. That's supposed to be Jimi Hendrix. This deck was made around 1978, so it was about 10 years, or not quite 10 years after Hendrix died. Ooh.
The Sun upright. Uh-oh. That's upright too, though.
3 of Swords.
So, let's see. Yes. All right, so we have victory here. We have victory and we have success. 2 cards that really play with each other very well here. I think they did have a hand in your victory.
I think it's also, too, maybe about how they influenced or whatever you to move. No, wait, I'm sorry. I'm pulling that from something different. I'm sorry.
Do you need me to go on?
Go on.
Let me do it. All right, so there's some victory and success here. Clearly, they had a hand in this. But why is the Three of Swords there? I can think of a couple of reasons. One is just that, basically, let's take it at face value, Violet Lotus. The Three of Swords talks about loss or separation. So how did they succeed? They separated you from them. They managed to keep you apart. They managed to keep them away. There's a separation. I think that's what it's saying, is they managed to keep things separate.
You're right. And I think, though, that this image tells me, too, that they didn't really want to do that. They really wanted better from everybody, but maybe more specifically the toxic people. And I sort of feel that what this card tells me is that it was very important for them to maybe give you different kinds of signs in your life, or whatever signs they could, to lead you towards that victory.
Well, the Six of Wands, when you think about it, you have that audience factor. Everybody's cheering you on to success. Let's look at that as your ancestors. They were rooting for you. They were fighting for you. And it succeeded. I think with the Sun there, it clearly succeeded.
And that's the other part that I haven't addressed yet, too, that the Sun really is about new beginnings for you, that they wanted. 1 and 9 is 1 again, so it's kind of like rolling over to start a new cycle. And we see all the signs of the zodiac there. All of those energies are, opened up to you because of this guidance that they've given you. They're really putting you on the path to your own success. And if there are any regrets, it's mostly just that they couldn't change those hearts and minds too. Because a lot of times, I think the Three of Swords really talks about kind of end game kind of stuff, when you can't go any further and you do have to say, it's over. We are separating. We are divorcing. We are,
Well, VG, we're almost at the end of our show, but we will fit you in. So just hang in there. Thank you for subscribing. We really appreciate that, and
Thanks.
hope you've been enjoying what you've been seeing so far. Violet Lotus, seriously, they care a lot about you. If we want to look at the Sun as an illuminating factor too, maybe they illuminated to your other side that this separation stands, and they need to deal with that. Oh, I wonder what you're going to get.
What did you do?
What did I do?
Oh.
No, I don't think this is bad, actually. You know what I think this means, Violet Lotus, is that maybe you're getting to a point sometime soon. I know it might be hard for you because of, what you have gone through with your family, but the Tower often speaks about isolation, and the coffin's there is coming to an end. And I feel in this case, this is in a positive way. In other words, maybe you don't have to put all these walls around yourself anymore. Maybe that is coming to an end.
Well, this card informs that one mostly, right?
Yeah, so I said maybe that isolation is coming to an end.
Right, because that's what I see with this Tower too, that this Tower talks about the things that we use to isolate ourselves, and to some degree the separation. So it could be saying too that overall there will be a period of healing. It may take a very long time, but maybe eventually a lot of this stuff may just really resolve in a better way.
Well, it's definitely in a more positive way, but I think it's for you specifically that you will no longer feel so threatened that you need to wall yourself in. I don't know, I just feel that way. They're looking at that, the way that fell. So I think that's really great news. So I hope it's true. I wish you luck with that, as always. So let's do VG. VG will be our last reading of the day, and they wanted was it a general career? Wait,
what can I expect in my job? Promotion in current team, or should I move to another team?
Okay, let's see what we get.
Sure, deck. So thanks for joining us and subscribing. Thank you.
All right. You are welcome. Well, you're welcome, and it certainly seems like they are a team working for you there, rooting you on. Oh, did I not let you shuffle?
You did not let me shuffle.
Sorry. All right, so we will be back for our happy hour show on Saturday. That's a single card message from Spirit, always positive. We just have good news to share with everybody on our happy hour. So stay tuned for that at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be back with more of what we did today on Sunday afternoon from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So that's happy hour Saturday at 10 a.m. And of course, we're back on Sunday at 2 p.m. Thank you, Banshee.
Hey, no sweat.
Thanks for joining us again, VG. Thank you again, Violet, for
wonderful
everything you've done
moderating
for
today.
us.
Thank you so much.
It makes a big, big difference.
Okay, we have the King of Wands reversed. We do have the Eight of Swords upright. Interesting. And we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. All right, so your question was about what can you expect in job, any promotion in current team, or move to another team. Where does your future look good? Well, I feel right now you might feel as though you're kind of stuck. I don't know if you feel that way, but you feel like you're stuck in place right now and you've been looking for this mobility. I feel that, of course, because of the Eight of Swords. So this might indicate to me that maybe you've been hesitant to move beyond this job, which might be going nowhere. What's that other card right there
This
again?
one?
Yes.
King of Wands reversed.
The King of Wands reversed could indicate that you just feel right now that the conditions are not working for you in some way. You feel like maybe you're unable to, if not do your best, move forward, put out your best work right now or efforts.
I don't know where the information about changing teams is coming from, but I'm wondering if this King of Wands reversed is indicating that maybe you'll want to check that out more, that maybe there's things that aren't on the up and up totally with that team. That's what I'm feeling from that maybe there's some trust issues there, or maybe there's just general charisma abilities to really be effective in whatever kind of job this is. Sometimes somebody has to be that person who advances the notions in a certain way, and I'm wondering if that's about that.
Well, then that could lead into that Eight of Swords too, feeling of self-doubts or insecurity, right? Holding you in
I
place.
thought I would agree with you that this was more about how they felt their current situation now, but they are thinking about this team possible offer.
And that's where that Five of Pentacles comes in, right?
Could be.
I don't know if you're thinking the same thing I am, Mr. O, but sometimes the Five of Pentacles, when it's upright, indicates a feeling of not belonging, feeling of being outside of like the inner circle or something like that. When it's reversed, it seems as though you find your place. Like you feel like you found your seat again at the table. Does this mean at the job you're at or something new though? Maybe this is a call for you to find a place where you really feel you fit in better.
Well, I also think that the Five of Cups or Pentacles reversed is talking about finding somebody who can help you or finding resources to help you. So when it's reversed, it's saying maybe you're feeling that there is something that can help you. Maybe it's that team. Maybe you're thinking you can expect that. And so that makes me look again at the King of Wands saying maybe this is talking more about the promotion and saying that the promotion looks like it's more delayed or it's
stuck.
contingent on certain things. So it sort of looks like maybe you are looking maybe more realistically that someone else can help you, the team, if you can get there.
I want to throw some Lenormand on this, but I'm not sure we're done. Let's just see if the Lenormand can focus us in more or not. Oh boy.
Well, I think maybe we can do a real quick yes or no and just say...
Maybe, but I want to see what you pull.
Oh, okay. Oh, dear.
Think again?
So we have the rider and we have the ship.
I really feel like maybe this is saying it's time to consider making a move. It may be time for you to move, and it would be positive. The rider is about movement. It can be about news. It can be a messenger as well. But the rider is often about movement, and it's there with the ship, which to me, again, that's a sign of a voyage or a trip or moving on to something else.
Well, I don't understand all the dynamics, but I guess this idea of being in one team or going to another team is in the same workplace. And so I am thinking that this does sort of indicate that maybe if you have that opportunity, and we sort of saw that there, somebody that maybe can help you better because maybe we're not seeing the promotion here.
I agree with him. It's either a move to a different team that maybe you should consider, or you might be considering moving beyond that if it seems like, you're confident you can move forward. Now that Eight of Swords indicates to me that you're kind of hedgy right now. You really do have a lot of doubts about your present condition or whether you should actually leave or not. Maybe you are uncomfortable with the whole idea of leaving that all behind. So take your time, do what you feel is really right for you, but I sense, and Mr. O senses, that some movement is happening here. We don't necessarily feel it's a promotion, but it could be a move to another team or another job completely.
The Eight of Swords also talks about maybe you not seeing things you need to see in order to move ahead. And so I'm suggesting that maybe that's coming with these ones here, the idea of information and or the opportunity to actually move to where you think you'll be more able to move ahead.
So that's what it looks like right now, VG. I think actually that summed it up. That's why I wanted to see, is Lenormand going to make it more clear to me? And sometimes that's exactly what happens. So wishing you luck with that. Thank you for subscribing, and hopefully things will work out for you.
Yeah,
Thanks
come
for
again
joining
too.
us.
Come again too and join us. And so that's what we had this evening.
Okay,
and we couldn't have done it without our wonderful moderator, Violet Lotus. Things are so smooth for us now. Oh, and also too, she gets to see us as we really are, maybe in a different kind of way. What does that mean? If you
say, I don't know what that means. But anyway, thanks everybody for joining us tonight. It was a slower night. We took our times with the readings, and look, we went into 10 minutes of overtime as fate would have it. But thank you all for joining us today. We appreciate you, and we hope to see you again soon. Take care, everybody. Stay safe out there. Bye-bye.
I know.